Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. I guess I'm a little bit of a hot mess this morning, but good to see you guys. Yeah, I went to go live and it said none of my devices were hooked up. And unfortunately, I've got this integrated camera instead of my regular camera today. So we'll see how it goes. But great to see everybody. Oh, oh. I got all kinds of stuff going off. How is everybody? Can you hear me okay? Just want to make sure. Great to see everybody. I'll see if my mouse is working. Not even my mouse was working today. So, hey, Joel, what would a stream be without technical difficulties? Exactly, right? Right. Oh, yeah. I've got them. I've got those technical BTs, probably more than anyone. Uh, Good to see ya. Rock slam the like button. I like that. It is hot in here. It's like my glasses are already fogging up. Hey, John Sostowski, Scooby Dooski. Let's see, I got a new toy. Thank you, John. I love it. The life size David Miscavige. It's like, yeah, as big as my finger. That's it. That's it. Davy. Little baby Davy. Little baby Davy's been having a bad week, I bet. I venture to say. So that's all right with me. Definitely all right with me. So what's up, everybody? Creepy bee. Hey. Great to see you guys. Yay, and hey, Marilyn, here you fine here in Perth, Australia. Well, good. Yeah, I've heard I'm pretty loud. You can hear me all the way in Australia. So good to see everybody. Mariana, I won't butcher the rest of your name. I probably already butchered Mariana. Hi from Sweden. Hey, great to see you. I love these early streams too because you get people from all over the world. I think it's so cool. Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm hot. I had it was actually cooling off here. Um yeah, the last couple of weeks were kind of cold and a little bit rainy on and off. And yesterday, I went to a clam bake to see my boys were playing at a club that had a clam bake, and that was really fun. But it was really, really hot. And then their third set got rained out. So we were literally standing under the tarp that they were playing under. Well, it was more like a tent, that they were playing under and trying to put everything in the middle of the stage. And we're like, we're like surrounding it, trying to, keep everything dry. It was just crazy. So yeah, yesterday was a little bit of a whirlwind. This whole week has been, but yeah, so we brought home a little puppy last night, a little brother for Apollo. So we've been getting him settled in. So yeah, I'll probably bring him. I didn't want to bring him right away because he's so cute. He's a distraction. But I'll probably go grab him. John, Captain Little Boss Baby Davy Dirty Poop Pants. Yeah, right. Little baby poop pants. I love that. I love that. Hey, Melissa. Thanks for joining us. Great to see everybody. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Love it. We're all friends here. Hey, Joe. How are you, honey? Great to see you. Joe and I will be doing a stream, I believe, tomorrow. We haven't worked out all the timing of it all, but sometime probably earlier in the day for Eastern time, anyways. Probably later in the day for UK. So we'll keep you posted about that. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, everyone just coming in, saying hi. If I missed you, I'll try to get you later. So I'll try to get you later. So yeah, I love these Sunday streams because it's like the end of the week and the beginning of the week all at the same time. So we can kind of reflect on things going on. I remember last week we were like, "Well, this is a really big week in SPTV and anti-cult land," and then today I'm like, "Wow, this was a really big week in SPTV land, anti-cult land." It really, really, really was. So, yeah, some things that come to mind. Uh, Liz Gale has a new book out, her very first book, and she's now a published professional author. And I don't know, she might pop in the chat later. We'll see. But yeah, very, very happy for her. And it's already surpassed all of the Scientology books on Amazon. She's number one author right now in Scientology books. So even beat Dianetics and even beat Mike Rinder. Of course, Mike is such a sweetheart, such a gracious, good soul that he congratulated her. And she did a little video, like a what do you call that? I can't remember. A short about it. So 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 cute. What is a clam bake? That's a good question. So I live in the Northeast. I'm inland, but little like clams, there's lobsters and oysters and clams. So what they do, it's like a big, like a barbecue, and they steam clams or they bake them in an oven. These were steamed, and they give you a basket of steamed clams and like a little cup of butter, and they actually had ribeye steaks. It was like really nice. It was pretty high class. I've never been to a bake like this. I'm not a big clam eater, but I did eat a few. I just don't look at them. I just kind of pop them in my mouth and put enough butter on anything. I mean, butter like or fried food. I'm not. I'm not really like a desserts person, but I'm a savory girl. So yeah, I love bread. I love butter and fried. Yeah, so you could put butter on an old sneaker. Probably still tastes good. So steamed clams, like steamed hams. I don't know if I've ever had steamed ham. I like to bake it. I like baked ham. See if I'm missing anyone. Is Liz here? Which Liz? We've got two beloved Liz's. I don't see either of them yet, but we will definitely congratulate her. And one of the reasons have been doing this at noon. One of the reasons why I backed it up an hour is, I really wanna see the Liz's Quizzes episode today and every day, that Liz is doing at I think it says 12:40 Eastern Time today, so another hour and something. She's gonna have Nora on, and they're going to do a quiz on Scientology celebrities, so that should be really fun. So I wanted to be sure to be able to see that. So, Melissa, huge week. I was at the beach all week with the grandkids and had no idea about everything that happened. I had so much to catch up on. Yeah. And Jenna Miscavige made a channel. As far as I know, she doesn't have content yet. I was kind of out of, I was um, not really watching all the streams yesterday because I was busy getting the puppy and doing all kinds of stuff. So I don't think she's done a live or a download yet. We'll see. But she's already got, someone can tell me, probably close to 10,000, like what, 8 or 9,000 subscribers. And I did see the video that Aaron did, was like, how to get 8,000 subscribers in 24 hours or 48 hours or something like that. And he's like, there's one step and you can't skip this step. He's like, be Jenna Miscavige. So I thought that was awesome. Going to be busy next week too. But get on when I can. Yeah, there's so much content. There's so much amazing content. My classes keep fogging up. So I'm gonna be squinting probably if I can't wear them. I don't know why it's so humid in here. Kinda strange for Vermont. But yeah, there's so much content. I love it, but also I don't like to miss any of it, but, life gets in the way. Yeah, so yes, Joe, yes. Diamond Way Part 2 tomorrow, exclusively here on Marilyn's channel. Well, I feel honored, Joe. The first one was great. If you haven't seen it, it's in the live section of my videos, and it says, Diamond Way, and you see the pictures of, the Diamond Way logo and, the Notorious Leader, and I knew his name, but Ollie something? Yeah. Yeah, I probably can't pronounce it anyways. So, oh, thank you, Juliana. She's putting up the link for Jenna's channel in case you have been on the moon and haven't seen yet, haven't subscribed yet. Yeah. And I usually watch the replay, so many SBTV channels to watch. Can't keep up. No. Good luck, Osa. I know. I got my Osa smells like poo cup today. I'm doing coffee. I always want to do tea, but then I feel like, I don't know. It's not that many more steps than coffee, but I want to use my little fancy teacup and I'm always afraid I'm going to break it, but I'll break it out next week, I think. Yeah. See. I can't Lolo? Hey, morning, Marilyn. Hi, all. Osa, take notes. It's possible you might learn something. Yeah, I've been learning a lot. I have to finish the replay. I was watching the Degraded Daughters of Dianetics do a quiz, Liz's quizzes yesterday on the psychology of cults, and it's so fascinating. One of the things that really drew me to this whole sphere is to understand the psychology and the behavior behind cults and why maybe I stayed in for so long. So I'll have to watch the ending of it, but yeah, I was so fascinated. I've learned so much from those quizzes, and, I did a stream with Liz the other day. Oh my god, I was fangirling so bad. I was like I was just like my husband, I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking to Liz Scale." Because right back when I started watching the Aftermath series, Scientology Aftermath, Leah Remini, Mike Rinder, all of their stories just really, blew me away, really touched me. A lot of them hit home. So, yeah, to actually, be able to watch them grow, watch them, um, publish books and just come out on YouTube. It's been amazing, to even be able to call some of them my friends. So, yeah, I don't take it for granted. I don't take for granted that you all are here I was what, 7 minutes late whenever I hit go live and there's people here, I'm like, "Oh my god, my people." Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm skipping any. I'm flying solo today. I'm trying to fly solo and see how it goes. You can let me know. um, and can't wait to watch Mark Turi. Yes, he's amazing. His story about working overnight to get extra food cracks me up every time. Yeah, he's awesome. And most of you probably know that we do the nerdy the nerdy bunch on Saturdays at 1 Clearwater time or Eastern time. And yeah, he's just so smart and funny and just oh yeah, he's great. And I'm so glad that he took Aaron's advice and fired up his channel. So he's already got some content. He already downloaded some videos. So it's super exciting. The more the better. The more the better. Joel, congratulations on the new addition to the family. Hopes all is well with you, Duncan, and the kids. Good to hear they are playing gigs. Music is magic. Those who play spread the joy. Yeah. Yeah. I'm one of those stage moms that are just like, "Ah," I get so excited. Yeah. I can't take credit for anything, any of the musical talent, because some of you have heard my, lack of musical talent, but, I guess if Duncan and I can, not take credit, but can, say we um, a contribution we did is we really have tried to support our kids' dreams as much as possible when they wanted to take lessons or um, just get out there, needed a ride somewhere to a gig before they drove. Now they're all in the 20s. So, and it's awesome to see all three of them because my daughter, she works at a hospital. She's really really busy. She has four stepkids, dogs, and everything. Right, an iguana or something, some kind of lizard. But yeah, she does sing with them, and she can just go in cold and blow the roof off the place. She has that real like natural talent. So it really does my heart good. Does my heart good. Oh, thank you, Erin. Your 20 bucks is in the mail. Yeah, I'm in my 50s. Yep. My kids are in their 20s, but thank you. That's really, really, really sweet of you. Really sweet. Who am I missing? Clearwater Claire the Taylor. Hey, doll. Hello, Marilyn and everyone. I'm sewing up a dress for a client. Nice. Well, thanks for joining us. And I really admire you because I can't sew worth beans. I know I crochet a lot. I can't sew or knit. Um, what else can I do? I haven't done a lot of crafts. I love doing like silk flower arrangements. I took a few lessons and I did a little bit of like kind of freelance work for a florist that had a store that also did arrangements. So I love doing that, like, making wreaths and what else? When I was a kid, I used to do like paper mache and what's the other one? Plaster of Paris. Yeah, like that stuff. I can maybe sketch a little bit. Like I don't know if any of you have seen my. Oh, actually, I think I have one, but you might not be able to see it. Just this little squirrel. It's just so funny that it's a squirrel, but I actually drew that with colored pencil, and yeah, Duncan made it into little stickers and tags for my creatures. So yeah, so I put them on there. So that's fun. Um, when I was in the cult, I was allowed to crochet, but I wasn't allowed to draw because supposedly crocheting wasn't really like a calling, but drawing or any kind of musical ability, anything like that was considered a calling. And I didn't have a calling as an artist. So I'm not really an artist anyways, but I could like, yeah, it was discouraged from doing anything that wasn't your quote calling. So if Marlene didn't deem you as a God ordained um musician or singer or artist, yeah, there were certain things you just weren't allowed to do. So I just sat in the corner and crocheted, and I'm kind of glad I did. Kind of glad I did. Funny, I feel like I'm breaking into conversations, but I want to see who's here. Deviant Outcast. Hey, Deviant. Hi, Juliana. Well, I'm saying hi to you too. You probably said hi earlier, but I'm just kind of breaking in. I was jibber jabbering as usual, and doing my tapestry now. Look at you guys. Hey, poet. Great to see you. Great to see you. Take it from me, you are an artist. Thank you, poet. I appreciate that. I really, really do. And coming from you, who you're also an artist, that really, really means a lot. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to not be every day is a good day to not be in a cult, right? Right, totally, totally. Julia, oh, sure, Marlene's the one who defines what your calling is. Yeah, I mean, it sounds so stupid now, but, I know it's a strong word, but yeah, yeah, it was like they say, the frog boils slowly. Yeah, she really had me believing that, and, it was such a social pressure too, where you didn't dare step out of the bounds of what, was dictated, and there was a lot of this weird, like, I don't know if you'd call it, like, penance, but there was a lot of, like, things you had to do where you'd have to kinda step aside, like, you start to get comfortable in something, and I know Scientology has done this too, they call it what? Being busted out of, a certain position, and, I remember Nora saying that she didn't wanna do a certain job, and they gave it to her anyways, and there was, another what was her name? I can't remember what her name was. It's B something that, has interviewed with Aaron, and I remember, people saying like, "Oh, I didn't wanna recruit," or "I was good at this, but I didn't wanna do that." You never get what you wanna do, you know, because they just wanna keep you down, keep you stuffed down, and keep you off kilter, just, um, always wondering when the other shoe is gonna drop, gonna fall. So, that's how it was with me. Um that as soon as I would show any kind of interest or love of something, and I think even with the crocheting, I sort of like quietly did it. I mean, I did it for years, but I always made like blankets and stuff like that. But yeah, if you showed any enthusiasm, especially if you weren't one of the favorites, you were immediately brought under discipline and judgment. Just insane. Just insane. Joel McCoyne. No, it's not a soapbox. Thinking of getting a pet? There are lots of great pets waiting for you at your local shelter rescue. The best pet in the world is waiting to meet you. The life you save may be your own. I agree with that. I had all rescues growing up, and then when my kids were little, Duncan had never had a pet his whole life, never. And I don't even think might have had like a guppy, like a fish, but no cats, no dogs, nothing. And so he was a little apprehensive about getting a dog. And when my kids were little, I always felt really strongly. I mean, I love dogs, I love cats. We couldn't have cats because of allergies in the house, but I always was a strong believer that kids needed something to take care of, and I thought, having a dog would be great. So we actually ended up with 2 rescues that we had all, of the kids growing up, and, a few 2 years ago, we lost my dog Kia, um, and then we had Champ, and they were a few years apart and getting older, and, he passed away last year, so I was devastated. I was so just very, heartbroken, really, really heartbroken. I didn't think I could do it again, and I wasn't looking for another pet, and, um, my daughter actually, my sons moved out last year, and, she kinda discerned that we were she kinda, picked up on the fact that Duncan and I were a little bit lonely, so, she surprised us with Apollo, and who could say no, right? And now we have Rocky because he needed a brother. They aren't from a shelter, but, I do if I had been looking for dogs, I definitely would have gone to a shelter. But, they all need love. They're here. So, but I do appreciate you putting that up, Joel, because it absolutely, absolutely is true. Absolutely. Um, Steven Outcast. Let me see. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Hopefully they won't fog up again. Marilyn, is it or is it not something I consider lacking in my life. You not being on the same streams as I. Oh, there's so much to talk about. You don't even being on the same streams. Oh, yeah. I've seen you on the pre-show for yeah, for the what does Chad call it? Pre-show? Yeah, I did pop in once. I have trouble on Mondays because, especially, from, like, 5 o'clock my time to 9 o'clock when we go on, I'm always rushing around, trying to get dinner and trying to get ready and all that, so that's a rough time, but yeah, we should totally, do a stream. I would like to do a crafting stream, like a joint thing sometime. I'm not sure if that's what you were asking, but yeah, I'm totally into that. And I'll try to do the pre-shot. I just guess I just have to like prepare, maybe put something in the crock pot. But tomorrow's going to be real busy because Joe and I are doing part 2 of Diamond Way. Yeah, so um hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Juliana, same. I don't think I could or wanted to do it again after my dog passed away last year. Yeah, yeah. That was that was devastating. Yeah. They do become family, and I think I was really grieving for a while and almost like in disbelief. I just whenever I thought about it, I get so sad, because dogs, they're our family. Hey, Poe. Hey, Poe. I'm excited for your stream tonight. Um, he'll be on with Jeffrey Augustine, I think, if you want to confirm that. Saying hello to everybody. So good to see you. Sophia, dogs are kind of a drug. Once you start, you want that love again. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I feel like there was something missing when I lost Kia and Champ, and they passed away about a year and a half apart during the as Paul called it, the pandemonium period. um, yeah, but I wasn't looking. I just was just so heartbroken. I almost felt like not guilty, but I don't know. It's like you can't replace them. But yeah, I absolutely adore Apollo, and we've had him. He's 6 months old, and now Rocky is 9 weeks. Yeah, 9 weeks, I think. So yeah, so excited. 9 or 10. I gotta find out when he was born. I forget. I didn't know. Isn't that awful? I'm a terrible dog mom. Alrighty. Oh, everybody's saying, "Did you get each other's emails?" Hans Christian Swartz, hey, good to see you. I was, watching, part of the replay, trying to catch up on the, stream that I missed half of yesterday with Liz and, the Graded Daughters Dianetics, and I think I saw that you said hi, Hans, and I'm so sorry I saw it afterwards, so hi. Great to see you. Dogs are absolute love and companionship. They are, they are. I'm glad that, we all talked Duncan into getting a dog, then another dog, and now we've had a total of 4 dogs. So and he's so funny. He's so funny with them. He just loves them. Loves them. Paw on the go. Oh, good. Marilyn, yes, ma'am. Jeffrey joins me tonight with a bombshell disclosure about Leah, begins a 3-part on breaking the myth of Scientology's PIs. Nice. Well, everybody tune into that. And Poe, I don't know if did you put maybe you did put it on Facebook. Maybe that's how I knew about it. But if you haven't, or if you comment on it, it bumps it up. So maybe we'll do that. Make sure everybody knows. Funny when I see COS, right, and people call it Church of Scientology, some people say called Scientology. When I see COS, I think of like cosplay. So nobody would get it but me because I just these really silly things, and it's like then I gotta explain it, but it would be really funny to just like comment like COS with like a small PLAY cosplay because that's what it is, right? The cosplay navy. I love it. Um, mm. Do they play with a lot of toys? If you're talking about my dogs, yeah, Apollo loves to play. He loves to play fetch. My daughter said like her she has 3 Pomeranians, and, she said one of them loves to play fetch, but the other 2, the girls don't. They're not really into it. But yeah, he's so, so playful, and he's been teaching Rocky to play because we actually brought Apollo we took a quick trip up to New Hampshire and dropped Apollo off with Rocky so we get used to him before we introduced him into our home. And it's so cute because Apollo will bring a ball to Rocky and kind of just nudge it towards him, let Rocky play with it, and then Rocky kind of like accidentally will pass it to Apollo. Apollo will play with it for a minute and then just kind of roll it back to Rocky. So, and he's like trying to teach him how to go out. Like he'll hurt him because we're trying to train him. But yeah, he's very, very young. But he's a pound. Rocky's a pound and a half, I believe. And Apollo is almost 13 pounds. He's really big. Apollo's big for a Pomeranian. Um, but in the bloodline, I guess there's the Spitz dog, and every once in a while you have a dog that's a lot bigger than its siblings, and they call it a throwback pom, which is just Pomeranian, but a lot larger, more like a Spitz. So he is a giant. He's really, really, really big. Cosplay Navy. Yeah, the COS. COS play. Yep. Yeah. Um, Demon Outcast. We could talk about crochet, bookbinding. Oh, that's interesting. Jewelry making, drawing, painting, miniatures, sculptures, cults, manipulation tactics, abusive relation. Yeah. Oh, my favorite things to talk about. Absolutely. Let's do it. Do you have my email? It's just basically it's coffee, cults, and crafts at gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Sorry for the dead space. Everybody's saying hi to Poe. Poe's a rock star. Nice. Yeah, Poe was telling I was telling people the other day about the Wednesday nights, the car talk, and the Women Wednesday that Claire and Amy do. And I say that night, usually Duncan and I watch TV together, watch SBTV or a movie or something at night. But Wednesdays, we have his and hers SBTV channels. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, there were a couple other things that happened this week that I really wanted to just kind of brush on because it things that have been kind of on my mind in the anti-cult world is those phone calls that received from people in Scientology, and she's been playing them with Aaron on the live streams, and wow, I mean, they really brought back some memories. I mean, Scientology is such a in a class by itself. It's, a billion-dollar cult. It's got tons of stuff going on, but um just just the way that Kathy was talking really reminded me of my quote best friend um from the cult that I was in when I first left. She my best friend called me several times and was really trying to talk me back in, but I could hear Marlene speaking. I could hear the cult mentality. I could, um, just feel that it wasn't really her, you know? And I was just starting to wake up. I was starting to be able to, hear the difference and feel the difference between someone, having their own free will and someone just talking verbatim and, like, almost being afraid, like Kathy in those phone calls was, just bringing up these stupid analogies and just trying to, um, get Reese to admit to something or to not admit to something, but almost to agree with her on, like, um, different things that were supposedly her, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it was just very, very subtle in some ways, but very obvious in others. So it was just crazy. Just crazy. Poe, it's had been a madhouse. Power out over 8 hours. Oh, basement flooded. 50K in damage. Car got totaled by an semi. Oh my god. Just been ripping everything out of the basement. Oh my god, Poe, I'm so sorry. That's crazy. Wow. What a week, huh? What a week. Hope everything works out. Man, that's a lot of bad news all at once. Yeah. Hopefully things get better. Yeah. Boy. Oh, that's okay, Paul. He's like, I'm listening. That's all right. This coffee isn't working. Yeah, I hear you. I gotta keep drinking mine. Mm, mm. Clearwater Claire, the Taylor. Oh my God, those phone calls sent me so mad. I'm glad Reese has reached anger because it's a journey. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she said she felt bad at first and then, kind of gradually realized that, wait, this woman's being a bitch. She's not my friend. So, yeah, it's very natural to be angry, and I think it's healthy to be able to have anger and process it because it's a valid emotion. It really is. Mm. Oh, I find yes, that's a good point. Yeah, Sophia, I always particularly find the nobody's perfect followed by it is fine now telling yes. Right, right. It's like, well, they had some issues. They've been what handled ethics handling and blah blah blah, right? Oh, no one's perfect, but they're better now. Yeah. Yeah. Just like Scientology. Oh, it's gotten so much better. Yeah, right. No, because you know what? You know how it hasn't gotten better. Not only, of course, with all the stories that are coming out and even recent things that have happened, they have not made any admissions, restitution, any apologies, nothing. So that that means they haven't changed. They haven't changed. And the same goes for Marlene. She's got to be hitting about 80, close to 85 now. And she lives right up the road. And the one time she contacted me was in 2018 when my sister passed away of cancer. And she sent me a sympathy card. And this was 11 years after I left the cult. She sends me a sympathy card, but it had a note in it and it was all self-serving. It was like, um, wishing you comfort or God's whatever. But then it was like, I remember having a baby shower for your sister. I remember all the good memories all the things I did for her. She didn't do anything. She let us use the place to the building to have my sister's baby shower. I mean, it was like, okay, you did a few nice things. And just, it just reminds me of the Kathy and that phone call saying like, "Oh, my brother and my mother have done nice things for you." And Reese was like, "Yeah, you have, but you've also abused, they've also abused me." So it's like it doesn't erase any of that. So I just never answered her. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was just Marlene just trying to reach out to me to appease her own conscience. But there was never any like, I'm sorry I cast demons out of your daughter when she was 7. I'm sorry I starved you guys. I'm sorry I emotionally um, manipulated you and hurt your family and isolated you for many, many years and caused a lot of families a lot of harm, you know? No, none of that. It was like, "Oh, I just want to remind you that I threw a baby shower for your daughter. I mean, for your sister." Like, "Okay, well, that doesn't make up for it." And she's the last person I wanted to hear from when I was grieving the loss of my sister, honestly. So I feel like if she wanted to be kind, she could have just stayed away and not sent me that card because that would have been kind, honestly. So that's how I feel about that. Joe, 100% about anger. It was so ingrained to me that anger was never acceptable. Right. Really gets in your head even years later. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I whenever I think about that, I also think about um anger being a way to like people accuse somebody of being angry like, oh, they're just crazy or they're just flying off the handle or they just discredit you if you're angry. I mean, I can see if you're angry and you're like throwing stuff around and hitting people and screaming at people, that's not okay. But if you're angry, you know, it doesn't mean that you're just making stuff up and crazy. There's usually a reason, and how you feel is how you feel. No one can tell you um, how you feel because that's that's a personal thing. So yeah, cults don't want you to be angry. They don't want you to have your own thoughts. So if you are being abused, you're the you're the problem. If you get angry about something, it's like just sloughed off because it's I'm trying to think of a Scientology term like out ethics or like you're basically going against the grain. And that's how it was in my cult. It was like you're going against the purpose that you're there. And it was always like just surrender it to God, just repent because yeah, anger was basically treated like a quote sin, you know. Just not good, not good. Hmm. Clearwater Claire. It took me a while to get past sadness over a toxic abusive lockdown housemate situation. Wow. Yeah, it takes a while when you're in any toxic situation. It does take a while. And and I think that it never totally goes away. I mean, you don't get over things completely. Well, maybe you do, but I don't think I have. And in a way, it's okay with me because I'm still learning. I'm still learning from it. And I don't want to forget some of the lessons that I've learned. So it's like always a process to me. As long as you don't let history repeat itself, right? Joe. Um, yes, a way to dismiss people's experiences and shut down emotions of those inside the group. Spot on. Wow, you made me cry with how you put it. Oh, I'm sorry to make you cry, Joe. I don't even remember what I said. But yeah, it all comes from my heart and that's what I love about this platform, this discourse, um, a way that we can all interact because we can relate to each other even though all of our experiences are different. Um, yeah, we're able to talk things out. I love that. I really do. And I learn a lot from you and from all of you. So Deviant, best time, yeah. They love reminding you of the trauma they've caused. Yeah, it's like it's like, "Marlene, you've done enough damage, just go away." Like, don't pop into my life. You know what the other thing too, I'm gonna bring this up, and this might sound a little crazy, but this is going on. This is what has gone on for many years, is every time, Duncan and I lost a close relative, one of the cult members would pop up out of nowhere. We hadn't heard from him in years, but it was kind of like a way to be like, "See, I told you. I told you would lose people. I told you that this would be God's judgment." But they didn't say it in a way, but, um, I lost my, let's see, about 3 years after leaving the cult. My my father-in-law passed away. Duncan's father, passed away a couple years after we left, and, he had melanoma. He was 80, so he was, he was older, but he had melanoma, and eventually, he lived with it for about 10 years, and then it spread into his lungs. Never smoked a day in his life, but he basically, died of lung cancer. And we had all these phone calls like, "Oh, Clark was only 80." Like, yeah, I mean, that's a good full life. Yeah, he could have lived a lot longer. His wife, my mother-in-law, lived to 91. But yeah, it was just one of these weird things just because he wasn't part of Door of Hope. And anybody that wasn't part of Door of Hope, um, was subject to God's judgment and to bad things happening to them. Although bad things happen to people at Door of Hope, but that's just, you know, beside it. They don't quote pull it in, but we do, you know. Anyone, which is literally billions and billions of people that don't go to Door of Hope, right? Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Uh sorry if I'm missing some. There's some really good conversation. I I do wanna I think sometimes it takes about 12 to 48 hours for the chat to load, but once you're done with the stream, but I would love to go back and look at some of your insights. Uh, there we go. Deviant Outcast. I don't think appeasing a bad conscience, given who it was, an abusive cult leader with a God complex. I couldn't have said it better myself. Oh my God. I'd say it was her opportunity to rattle your world. Yeah. Yep. I do have another story about her I won't go into, but something that happened after I left the cult. Um, I had a face to face with her. It was very interesting. I just don't want to miss everybody's. Maybe if we have time, I can brush on it later. But um, yeah, I don't know how many things you'd like me to put up from your conversations, because some of them, seem kind of personal, and I really appreciate you sharing that with us, with each other. But I hesitate to put some of it on screen without your go ahead, guys. Mm. Oh, the comment about reminding you of the trauma was the end of oh, okay. Let me find it. Um, Sorry about that. I don't see it. Sorry about that. Mhm. I should be starring these. Yeah. Sorry about that, Deviant Outcast. I'll try to go back and find it later. I lost a dear friendship. Oh, someone just walked in my room. Hold on. It's like, I lost a dear friendship from it, which hurt me more. She wasn't the toxic one. Oh, the sun's coming out. Yeah. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. It really is. When that happens, there are people um that I left behind that I really miss, and that's why I don't mention any of their names but Marlene, because I feel like we had a camaraderie. We're kind of like almost like in the trenches together, and there was a lot of hurt and a lot of things that they did to me, and probably many things that I did to them that I didn't mean to do. But yeah, when you're in a cult, it's hard, and it sounds like you were in a relationship where you lose friends. That's tough. So Duncan's next to me. He brought a little package in here. Let me see.
Now, there's some folks we can actually trust that never let us down.
Yep.
This is one of them right here. His name is Rocky.
You are just such a softie. He loves these guys. This is Rocky. Yes. You say hi? Hi, Rocky. This is my baby. What is he, a pound and a half, honey?
I think about that.
Yeah.
A little bitty guy.
Here he is. Let's see if I can. I don't want to scare him, but hey, everybody. Oh, hey, everybody. He's so calm. If I had Apollo in here, he'd be like pawing at the microphone and just going crazy. Honey, would you mind closing those? I didn't think the sun was gonna come out. Thank you. Yeah.
I just had to
Sun's coming out. No, I'm glad you did. I promised everybody I would bring him. Hey, bye. Is it nap time?
Yeah.
I don't hear Apollo, so he must be quiet.
No, do you want me to bring Apollo? He's being pretty good.
He's being good. Okay, you guys want to see Apollo? Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right, let me move some of this stuff. Put a one in the Ducky said put a one in the chat. If you want to. Oh, if we get 5 ones? What if one person puts 5 ones at once?
Well, I don't know. We might have to bring him in.
Oh, I hear him. One in the chat. Rocky is okay. Hold on. 4, 6, 7, 8. I think he's 8 weeks. Rocky's 8 weeks. Yeah, sure. All right. I think he's bringing Apollo. Oh boy. Oh, lots of ones. All right, the ones have it. Wait, TV and Outcast put one like 20 times. Maybe 10 times. All right. 1,000. All right. Here it comes. Oh boy, here we go. All right, I better back up. All right, here he is. Oh my god, he's huge, guys.
You want me to hold him? You can hold him. He's a beast. He is a beast.
You want to talk? You say hi.
What do you say, Apollo?
I had to use my old camera today, so you say hi. He's sniffing everything. Hi. Oh, yes, I love you too. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I got a new brother.
Yeah, you're being very good to him, aren't you? You're being a good boy. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, this camera, for some reason, my regular webcam wasn't working this morning, so I had to use the default camera, and it's got this weird autofocus thing. So yeah, that was Apollo, our baby. He's so huge. Giant palm. Yeah. He was from a litter of 4, and 1 girl and 3 boys. And what the girl is about his size, is about 12 pounds. And the other ones are only 5 or 6 pounds. So they say, right, that AKC breeders say that they sometimes have what they call a throwback palm, because they're from the lineage of the Spitz breed. So yeah, once in a while you get a big one. You get a big one. But these guys are homegrown. They're not. They do have AKC papers, but they're in the family. They're not. They're from my daughter's 2 2 palms. So they've each had one litter. So she's very very careful about following um, the the guidelines, and they're really well loved. It's not uh, very controversial. Some of the breeding practices out there are pretty awful. So yeah, she's just very very careful and meticulous about it. But we've always had rescue. I've always had rescues. This is the first time I've ever had you know a full um, breed dogs. But yeah, it just happened to happened to get literally dropped in my lap. So couldn't say no. Couldn't say no. So oh, Freezino. Oh, you stepped out. Yeah, we had a little puppy show and tell. Nothing but love bundles. Yeah. It really does tell you. Yeah. It really does your heart good. Does my heart good. Lots of doggies. Okay, yes. So hey witness. Um Apollo was the tan one. Yeah, and I had Rocky was the new baby. He's a wolf sable, they call him. Wolf sable. Yeah, and Rocky is a sable, but I'm not sure what color. Um See, shows how much I know. Shows how much I know. Oh, crap, I just had to reload the video, it didn't start for me. Yeah, I've been having technical problems. I had to reboot my computer before I came on. Thank goodness the microphone, um, worked and my mouse wasn't working and the camera's still not working. I don't know what's going on. Rocky is so cute. Thank you. Yeah, we thought we were thinking of maybe naming him Xenu. Which I have a story. Actually, Duncan has a story about that. Dunk, if you're listening and you want to come tell your Xenu story from this week, he could do that. Um, but yeah, we thought of calling him Xenu, and I was like, Rocky and Apollo is cool because some of our favorite movies are the Rocky series, and I talked a little bit about that in um my interview with Kelly Copter about how we were kind of sneaking and watching movies before we left the cult, and certain ones just gave us like a little bit of I don't know, like oomph, like a little fight in us, and we loved the Rocky movies. Okay, interesting, Marilyn. I need to email you about something. Freezing. You feel free to email me. If I don't answer, make sure you remind me because I'm terrible with emails, but I'm trying. I do check them at least once a day, but I gotta remember to go into spam too, because some of my stuff's been going into spam. I don't know why. Clearwater Chad. Hi, Poe. Hi, Clearwater Chad. Oh, you want to tell your story? Here,
Oh, yeah, I've got it.
there's a chair. All right,
People
we got a
have
special
actually
guest.
read it
Here,
on,
I'm gonna move
We're
over.
gonna move that
Yeah.
way. Come over here.
You can have the microphone.
Sure. Hello, y'all. Beautiful rainy Sunday out here up in Vermont.
Start of the show.
So yeah, Marilyn asked me to share this little story. I see a lot of people have read it on the Maryland's CCC group. So, but I'll reiterate it. Actually, it was quite hilarious. So a couple of days ago, I was calling our insurance company to make sure I had an insurance card for Marilyn's new car, which hopefully we're
Oh
going to
yeah,
pick
I'm
up
talking about
later
that.
today.
Well, it's used, but
Yeah, it's new to
us.
us. Well, anything less than 10 years old is new to us. So, this one's only 6. So it's going to be a nice one. But anyway, so I called up Nationwide and I got connected with a woman to help me with the insurance. And we're going through giving her the VIN number. So she said, well, can you spell out everything as in the J or J is for John kind of format? And I'm like, sure, no problem. So I'm going through the VIN number and I get to a letter X. So I just was saying, okay, X is in Xenu. and she's like starts cracking up like, I've never heard that one before. So I said, oh yeah, Xenu. Have you ever heard of Xenu? And then I started to explain who Xenu was to her. And then she started laughing and she said, yeah, I remember reading Dianetics years ago. And I realized Scientology is an abusive cult. It's really terrible. I'm glad I never joined up. So we chatted about that for a few minutes, and I realized we had to get back to business. So we tied up the details so she could send me the insurance card. And we get to the end of the call, and she says, wow, this was the funniest call. This made my day. And I'm like, oh, how cool, you know? So she was very happy. So I got off the phone with her, like, wow, I would have thought. So that was quite entertaining.
Yeah, that was crazy. I heard you laughing, and I'm like, "What is he talking to the insurance company?" And you were laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is amazing. Oh, we can share
Yeah.
this.
So
Yeah, it is amazing how many people know that Scientology is like a abusive, horrible cult. It seems like everybody knows, but
it
what
keeps
about
going on. It goes on
the
and on,
FBI? I mean, do they know? Yeah, I'm sure they know. Congress. I mean, it's so
Well, there's so many people. It's like
frustrating.
this culture. Everybody's got their head in the sand. They don't want to deal with it. You know, it's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Uh,
I really hope it does become like the Me Too movement. I mean,
I
it's
mean, it's
just
starting
enough
to
is enough
happen
is
now. I
enough is
mean, with
enough.
SPTV, we're growing like it's sort of going viral, and more people are coming out and doing the Me Too thing, and I think we're onto something, and it's going down. It's a matter of time. It takes a while for these things to happen, but I felt like I did my part in anti-evangelizing for Scientology there. So.
No, no joke. I mean, we had pressure in the not in the cult so much because it was more exclusive. You really had to be you had to be vetted to become a Door of Hope person. But before in the more mainstream evangelical has the word evangelist in it. Yeah, we were supposed to be evangelists for go ye into all the world and preach the gospels to every living creature.
Yeah.
So we're going ye into the world to preach anti-Scientology
Yep.
to every living creature.
Even the dogs.
Even the dogs. Yep. Yep. Right, Xeno. Free Xeno. Even those insurance people know it's a call. I know. It's like, come on. What is Congress doing? What is the IRS doing? It's just insane. Unbelievable. So I'm just going down. Oh, we had a couple of. Oh, geez. The man that deserves a muscle car.
Uh-oh.
Look at the screen.
Oh,
See
yeah,
the
I gotta
screen?
put my glasses on.
Oh,
I'm trying
okay.
to avoid my glasses, but I can't see without them. Oh.
The
Yeah, I
man.
don't know. One of these days, man.
No.
It's kind of funny.
All right, let's take
Yeah,
that one
okay.
away.
Well, it doesn't matter. Well, we're getting her a pretty nice little car.
No
I'm good with it.
toupee or Miata or
Yeah.
something like that.
I mean, up where we live, I'm more into having all-wheel drive and really good
Yeah.
snow tires because in the winter you got to be able to get around up here. So, although I love little fast cars, honestly, but up here I compromise a little bit. I'll get the four-wheel drive and good tires so I can go anywhere in the winter. That's kind of key. Be able to go skiing and all that kind of stuff.
And what does this mean, honey? SPTV is like the kudzu to Scientology.
Oh, where did that come from? I've forgotten.
I
Oh, I
never
did
knew.
know.
You
Yeah.
might have forgotten, but I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar to me. Oh, love you too. Liz Ferris, Pokemon and cults. Everyone, please subscribe to Liz Ferris's channel. Is it at? We'll have to look it up. I don't have any of my backstage magical people today. We're flying solo today. And I'm terrible at links, but I really want to put Liz's up. And Liz, I'm sending you something this week. I love you. I hope you're doing well. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Religious liberties are kind of a cult of its own sometimes. Just liberties. I'm not sure what that means. To think about that. Witness, I love your new channel where you're reading the court documents. That is awesome. Have you seen that, honey? You'll have to witness. Her name's
Ah,
Whitney.
oh yeah, okay.
She's taking the different lawsuits and reading the court documents. She's a really, really good reader.
That's cool.
She's a really good reader because I'm not a good reader. But yeah,
Hmm.
I love to hear it because I wouldn't read, all of that. So it's great to hear it. Oh, OG Foster. Yeah, so Friezino said make sure your car's not bugged. Although we got it from a
Oh,
friend, so it's
interesting.
okay. FXP, I
That's
once
messed
spent
up.
$200 for troubleshooting a car. Turned out to be a bug stuck in an intake. Oh, an actual bug?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Or a bug like a recording device?
That would be weird if that got trapped in an intake valve.
I'm not sure.
And the
Sure what kind of
closest
bug.
we've come is to have river rats actually sneak in under the hood. And Marilyn's other car that Carter now has had a big plastic cover over most of the motor. And Marilyn went to take a drive down street one day, got out on the road. She was running like 3 cylinders, was popping and sputtering.
Yeah.
She pulls back into the driveway. I'm like, oh no. So I had a guy that was doing some other work on the car, and he got under the hood there. Well, actually, when I opened the hood, all of a sudden I saw this rat jump down. I'm like, oh no. So then we opened that thing up, and it was full of all this insulation from all parts of the car that were clustered under this cover. And we pulled it away, and 3 of the wires going to the fuel injectors have been chewed right through
Same.
completely. So luckily, I was able to order them and fix it, and it's ran fine since. But that was a little bit scary.
Can you guys hear us okay? I just want to make sure because we're sharing a mic. So just let us know if you can hear us. So yeah, this is just want to make sure you guys can hear us. Okay.
Hello, Chad.
Hey Chad. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. If religious liberties essentially allow acknowledged religions to do about anything. Yeah,
Ah,
I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
that's what they hide behind.
Yeah.
They totally hide behind it, and then everybody's all, "I'm afraid to touch that." They're afraid of, even though, like, if I can express a personal opinion, one thing that's maddening to me is I feel like the law of the land should be the law of the land, and nobody should be able to excuse themselves from it. You put up a religious facade and say it's a church when you're doing credit card fraud and human trafficking and exploiting people and not paying taxes, pretending to be a religion when it's really bullshit. And behind there, you're doing all kinds of evil activity of every form, and then pretending you can hide from it. But as we can see, you get clowns like Danny Masterton and others that got away with shit for years, and now they're finally getting exposed. So the whole idea is to enforce the same rule of law in everybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you're hiding behind. That whole religious exemption thing is bullshit to me. So that's my rant, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, we'll have a debate here, even though
Yeah.
I do agree with you. I mean, no, I think that religious liberties are important because you don't want to end up trampling on people's right to believe what they want to believe. It's the behaviors and that, like Duncan said, not being exempt from obeying the laws of the land or from not abusing people. So I mean, I understand, although I don't agree with the stance that some religious um, entities and even people that are paid off by Scientology to pose as other religious leaders, trying to say in the name of like the anti-slippery slope thing, which I do understand that, but saying, oh well, we're going to stick up for Scientology, which is a human trafficking criminal organization that is a business masquerading as religion. That's not okay, but most religions in general, I can see, if they're doing some good in the community, then I don't have a problem with them having religious tax exemption, knowing that.
Yeah, if they're actually doing
Yeah,
something good with a good motive. Because it
right.
seems like Scientology, everything they would pretend to do that was supposed to look good was basically so they could suck more people in and suck money out of those people and, continue to expand a criminal enterprise. So to me, that's,
Mhm.
you know, not cool at all.
I'm just stirring some stuff. Oh boy. So this is turning into car talk. Freezing new project.
Oh, here we go. This could stir up some trouble between us. I don't know about this, but oh yeah, okay. So we got Poe and the goes agreeing.
Look at the
4x4
screen.
is a
The
must.
screen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's funny. I used to have a few trucks back in the day, but I haven't really needed one, and I don't mind. I like small maneuverable vehicles. If I had a need of it, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, there's different opinions about some of these new electric ones and everything, but I mean, there's some mean machines out there that look cool. I appreciate
The problem
seeing
with
them.
him getting a truck, okay, so where
Yeah.
we live, right? If he got a truck, everybody would be his best friend all of a sudden because people are always like wanting to move stuff around. And right, so
Oh
you'd
yeah,
have all
yeah.
kinds of people being like, "Hey Duncan, can you help me move this couch or something like that?"
Actually, Poe would appreciate this. My brother Al, one reason I haven't gotten a truck is because he's been a contractor for like 30 plus years on his own. And he has a 91 F 150 that he's kept going. And he has literally replaced every part on that 2 or 3 times. And it's got massive miles on it. But it's a beautiful old truck that he's restored. And then he has another truck. He's actually, okay, you're going to totally get into this. So he's got the 91 F
Oh, can you hear
150
us?
that Austin and my brother Al and I were using yesterday and loading staging because the boys had a gig at a place called the Mountain Club. That was very cool. So I'll tell you a micro story about that. So they had a gig at this private club. They have kind of every year they have this celebration. So we had this gig going. They had put the stage up. They had a big, luckily a huge easy up over it, and they're playing. And they get down, and all of a sudden the sky's going black, and we're looking around like, I don't know, this doesn't look too good. And then a guy walks over with his phone showing the radar, and we're like 5 minutes from getting blasted. Then we look over at Mount Greylock, which we can see in the distance, and all of a sudden you're just seeing white coming in. And by the time they finished their last song, which they jammed in there in a hurry, we were getting slammed with wind and rain, and we're all hiding under this easy up, and we're tying it down and holding tarps over a lot of their equipment that was exposed because the rain's coming in sideways. So anyway, it ended in this dramatic, crazy thing. We're all hiding under a big easy up, holding it down and holding tarps over all the musical equipment for like 45 minutes before it broke enough so we could start to actually take stuff down. So that kind of went crazy. But anyway, so the point of the story was Al had the 91 F-150 that we brought the stage in. They had a pretty elaborate setup. So he's got the old 91 F-150, and he told me, hey, anytime you need to use this, you can. Well, then he's got a slightly newer, what is that truck he's got now? A Silverado, I think, that he's been using for years. And he
The
just,
one that's 20 years old?
20-year-old one. Yeah, that's the
The
newer
newer
one.
one.
Well, anything he owns other than, is got to be at least 20 years old or it doesn't qualify. Well, he just put in an order for a new, really souped up version. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but it's in the 70 grand range. A beautiful new, kind of like his retirement vehicle that he's getting. He's probably going to slow down with the contracting, but it's got the king cab and the 8-foot box and everything else all souped up with all the goodies. So he's all excited about that. So I'm vicariously enjoying having that truck. I haven't had as much loose changes. He's had to do these things. So, taking it a little more
Well, see,
conservatively.
yeah, you didn't have children or animals or.
Yeah. So he's been able to kind of free flying and working a lot and stashing his money. So now he's starting to spend some of it.
Oh boy, yeah. Poe just what you can read some of these later because we'll be here all day, and I want to get off in about 20 minutes or so because I want to see Liz and Nora.
Oh, a 1933
Yeah.
project truck. That's very cool.
Oh, which one you want? Okay, let's do this one
Oh,
first.
okay. I was seeing one off to
Look
the
at the
right.
screen, honey. This is what everybody's seeing is on the screen
Yeah.
under your
Okay.
face.
Okay.
He's learning. We're learning.
Yeah. I'm still a little bit of a
From
ninja
Poe,
at this.
speaking my language, Duncan. 4x4 is my 4-wheel drive.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we've learned that lesson before. I've gotten stuck out in the middle of absolutely nowhere and gotten hung up. One time I was out in the middle of the woods, a 30-acre parcel with an old 95 Blazer, and the 4-wheel drive decided to quit on me when I was trying to drive out. And I had the embarrassment of having somebody in like the equivalent of a Prius helping tow me out of there to get me onto level ground where I could drive again. But that was quite embarrassing. So after that, 4-wheel drive, nothing else.
Okay. When yeah, we have a couple more car ones, but
Squeaking in a little bit of car talk here for the car talk people.
You want to read that, hun?
Oh, let's see this. Duncan, there's a way around that. Mount a big spare tire in the middle of the bed of the truck for your spare and be like, sorry, I can't haul that spare tire. Yeah, that's a good idea, especially get like a monster truck tire. So, oh, yeah, I'm hauling this for a friend of mine for the next 6 months,
Right.
Like I'll hold it down so if I get stuck in the snow, I got extra traction.
Okay, you can decipher this one too.
My 04 F250 6.0 had holy shit, 700,000 miles. The new owner now is over 1 million miles. That absolutely is crazy. Yeah, they built some seriously good motors. It's ridiculous what you can get out of them.
Wow.
Crazy. That's probably the most I've ever heard of.
Okay, so cars is another C word. So we got coffee, cults,
Cars and
crafts,
okay,
crochet, cars. All right, back to cults here. Back to cults here. I just want to make sure I keep touching the mic, so I just want to make sure I'm not muting. Let me know in the chat if I accidentally mute us. Oops. Got all kinds of stuff popping up. Poe, the car talks are multiplying. Am I right? You're right. You did it. All right.
Chad's on car talk. He knows he did it.
Yeah. Chad. Yep.
Yeah.
Marilyn, it is too easy for them to play the victim act to get away with crimes. Yeah. They're just like, oh, you're a bigot. Oh, it's religious freedom, all that. But no, it's not religious freedom.
They turn it on you. They turn it on whoever's calling them out.
It's not religious freedom to abuse people. That's just super wrong. Yeah. Juliana, for everybody who got here later, just to let you know that Mark Torrey has his channel up and running. Yeah, everybody subscribe to Mark Torrey. Yeah, he's a great guy. And I'm so glad that there's new SPTV channels popping up every day. Every day.
Very cool.
Duncan's going to make one of these days.
Yeah, I'm kind of dabbling with this thing, and I've learned a lot watching Marilyn get hers up and running. So after Aaron's little rant about everybody getting one up there, that's motivating, one of these days.
Yeah, he does have you have a page on Facebook now. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's Triple C. Yours is like Triple R. Rantings.
Yeah.
What is it called? Rantings?
Rants, ramblings and revelations.
Okay.
That's what it is. I almost forgot. I'm tripping over it. It's a tongue twister. But yeah, just putting some thoughts on there to get them on paper and out there to the cyber world to share with people.
Hans Christian Schwartz, Marilyn, I fear the Scientology setup is going to be exploited by a lot more, quote, businesses in the future. If only if you are in danger of being overrun, something will change. Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, I remember Mike Rinder saying that the one thing that Keith Raniere didn't do, that if he had, he probably wouldn't have had so much scrutiny by the law, was he didn't become a religion, even though he really did use a lot of the Scientology, I won't call it doctrine, but beliefs in his little program there. Yeah, he wasn't a religion, so he was open to a lot more scrutiny from the law. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness. Witness and Marilyn and Duncan, keep in mind there is a public concern about child abusers in society. The Jane Doe case has a great section on public nuisance. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to listen to that. I'll have to listen to you reading it if you read that. But yeah, that's just not okay. And there's other religions that have had those issues also, and nothing better than to just keep uncovering it and talking about it and exposing it, right? Yeah. So going back to the live, so see, that was the start. So now I'm going back and seeing what we missed. Oh, I think I missed some stuff. Sorry, guys.
Okay, those ones weird.
Yeah, if I missed anything, guys, just give me a shout in the comments because I do read all of the comments on the videos afterwards. So
Actually, Car Talk is taking over for some reason.
car talk,
It
yeah,
did
we're
for a
seeing a
few
lot of car
minutes
talk.
there, didn't it?
He's getting all excited. No, I don't want to punch you. I don't even know. Sorry, I probably missed a lot of your comments. You probably want to punch me. No, I'm just so glad everybody's here. Oh Lord. See, we were in the start, so now I'm going back to.
Oh yeah.
I'm just randomly clicking on stuff. Okay. Yeah. Demon Outcast, I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your comments. I see you talking about Austria. Talking about Germany, which I would read all these, but I just want to.
Don't want to ignore anybody.
No, I'm just so glad you all are here. Yeah, if I missed anything important, just let me know.
Yeah, just put it back out there.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes I hesitate to pop things up if it's a, not a private conversation, but, middle of a conversation. So this week, so today we're going to pick up the car, right?
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I have a stream with Joe, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to work out what time Joe wants to go on. And then we have the pre-show with Clearwater Chad, I believe. Chad, if you're still in the chat.
Oh, tomorrow's on Monday, isn't it? Wow.
Tomorrow's already Monday.
How could that be? Didn't we have one like 2 or 3 days ago?
Yeah, I felt like it. Well, we were up at the lake for a couple days, so it did feel like that. It was a nice little quick 2-night vacation. Yeah. Yeah. So we just came home and hit the ground running. This has been crazy. But yeah, so tomorrow we got the pre-show, we got Aaron's live stream, and then the after party. So we're doing kind of an every other week thing where we have usually one of the channel creators on. We had Liz Gale last week, which was great because it was right before the launch of her book. And so this week it's just going to be us 4 chickens and hanging out with all you all. So you all are the special guests in the chat. So yeah. And I'll see how much. Oh, Chad's still here.
Chad's still here. Cool.
Chad's still here. Chad, you're doing the pre-show tomorrow? I always want to pop in, but I'm always busy. Like, you know how I am on Monday night. Yeah, so poor Duncan. Yeah, Paul, if Paul was still here, you can say poor Duncan. He always says poor Duncan. He's so abused. I usually get really like a little high strung when I've got a lot of
what's
stuff
funny?
Going on.
This is an odd thing. I never noticed this pattern before, but Monday nights tonight, everybody wants to stop by. Yes. So the kids suddenly have some car kind of crisis or car trouble or some reason they happen to be passing through and they want to swing in to have a bite or a beer and hang out a little bit. And it's always Monday night.
They're in their 20s. They're all of age.
She wants to go on. So it's,
totally. Yeah. We're trying to eat dinner.
Murphy's Law at work.
Yeah, and the phone's ringing, and just Mondays. And it's like Monday's the only day that I'm like, okay, guys, Monday nights, because I want to listen to all the streams, so I kind of have contacts for the after party. But yes, you have the link. Clearwater Claire. Oh, I thought that was Chad. Okay, you have a link too. I think Julie's in the chat. If you want to.
Yeah, I saw her. Yeah.
I think she's a mod on right now if she feels like it.
Oh, is that the one right there?
Which one?
Is that something right there or not?
No, she's just saying you're welcome to somebody. Oh, maybe there is a. Sorry, I'm a little lost today.
I was a little confused.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then this week, I'm going to try to get another toolbox up. and I got some appointments this week too. But Thursday, we're going to have our friend Peggy back on. She did a live stream with Chad and I about the IBLP with Bill Gothard and the cult that um, the Duggar family kind of followed their principles, and my cult followed their principles as well. Um, and so this week we're going to do another cult. It's going to be very interesting. And Becky's really, really great. She's a great researcher. She actually researches for That's So Fucked Up podcast. So yeah, that's exciting. Really, really super exciting. And what else? Yeah, you never know what'll pop up. I am supposed to be doing a live stream with Reese either this week or next. She contacted me the other day, and we were trying to figure it out, but we've both got appointments this week, so it might be next week. So we'll keep you all posted with all of that.
Deviant Outcast, I like your
Oh,
slightly silly
right
comment
here.
there. Yeah, it's entertaining.
Go ahead, read it.
Okay, it says, LOL. I read lakes are a nice getaway, which in my brain translated to gateway drug.
Lakes are a gateway, yeah, honey.
Yeah, yeah.
It is sort of a drug for Duncan.
If it's really nice, like we had the 3 most gorgeous days of last week up there. It was calm water, absolutely perfect temperature. The water was still probably 75, and I love swimming, so I swam miles over the course of a few days. It was like my most relaxing, kind of peaceful time to just think and enjoy nature and everything. So that was very cool. And then, of course, when you have that good a vacation, there's always this sort of thing where you go home and you crash off of that because it's so, you step outside reality, then you got to get back to work and deal. Although we had some fun things to look forward to, like picking up the new dog and stuff. So that kind of moderated the situation. We had fun when we got back. So it's all good.
Yeah. Plus, I really, really missed Apollo.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, got been about an hour and a half, which is a good sweet spot, I
save
think.
a little for next time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's just so great to see all of you all. And thanks for sharing this special moment with getting our new baby and talking about all the things.
Oh, I didn't realize. I was noticing a lot of posts on Facebook that yesterday was National Dog Day or something like that, and so
I
we got
didn't
a
know
new
that.
puppy on
I wasn't on
National Dog Day.
Facebook at all
That
yesterday.
was very cool.
What?
Yeah, everybody else was putting up their dogs, and hey, wait a minute, we're getting a new one on Dog Day, so that's cool.
I feel like there's National Dog Day, National Cat Day, like all the time. Well, see if there's a. Yeah. Wait, I saw something I wanted to put. Oh, where is it? Clearwater, Claire the Taylor. I'm going on a hike tomorrow to a sunflower farm. Wow.
I've been seeing a lot of pictures of people that there must be one up in Bennington, Vermont, because people were posting pictures all posed in front of like fields of like thousands of sunflowers. It was very, very pretty.
Deviant Outcast. I love lakes, but I'm scared of things going down in water, like boats, tree branches, piers, where they break the water line. Ooh, scary shit. What do you think?
Going down in the water. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, where they break the water line. I don't totally get that. I mean, I love swimming, and
he's not afraid. He's not afraid of anything.
No, although
he loves water.
Tell a scary little story.
Don't tell the one about
Al.
Oh yeah, you can tell that one.
That one was a little
just
scary.
There was one when my son and Duncan and I almost got washed out to sea, and it always gives me like nightmares when I relive it. So
that was an ocean one, not a
lake okay. Tell the lake one. Yeah, the lake one's wild.
One, yeah,
that was last year, right?
Yeah. So my brother Al and I will do these long swims. We'll go a mile or two in different areas around the lake, and once in a while, like one time a couple of years ago with I think it was Austin and myself. It was late at night. It was really late, like 1 or 2 in the morning. And of course, no one was out then. So we swam out in the middle of a bay, and the stars were gorgeous. It was one of the most memorable swims because we just got into philosophical discussions and we're looking up at the stars, and we swim back. No, nothing bad about that. Well, then last year, my brother Al, for some reason, swam out late at night when you figured nobody would be out in the water. He was out in the middle of the bay, and all of a sudden a motorboat comes running around the corner straight at him, and he's got no way to warn anyone. And he literally had to take a deep breath, swim down as far as he could, and the boat went right over him. and he came up later and
Insane.
he was scared shitless.
Yeah.
And
That
I'm
is
like, I bought those
insane.
floats people use for open water. They call it open water swimming. So I bought the floats, but I tend to stay near shore or whatever, and I don't like having things hanging off my body. So I have intended to use it, although I do have them. But after that event happening to him, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know, that was pretty scary.
Okay. On that note,
So be
we got
careful. If you're too far from shore, the danger isn't,
yeah.
just drowning or something like that. Because if you're a strong swimmer, you can choke up water every so often and it won't really bother you. But when you're not visible, like in rough water or too far out, or jet skiers come whipping up at you and they're not paying attention, it can be a little risky. So it's worth using your senses and you know doing really visible strokes when you're in the vicinity of a boat or something coming at you. But sometimes people are drunk out there. They're not watching. They're watching the guy in the tube behind the boat. They're not watching you. And you got to be the guy that's looking out for yourself.
Okay, honey, we got to get you to start a channel. So, Liz and Nora are live, so that's why I started my stream early today. So, we love all you guys, and hop over to Liz or Nora's channel, and we'll see you there. Bye, everybody.
Yep.
Have a great day.
Yeah, I was gonna say good night, but it ain't night.
Yeah, fun day Sunday. Have a great
Adios.
day. Bye.